coming up in this next LM Trip Report. But first, here's an intro. Hi there guys, I'm in my hotel in London at the moment and I'm just about to be travelling down to London Victoria station so that I can travel for the first time on the Gatwick Express service down to Gatwick Airport. So this is part of my huge trip report where I'm going to be travelling on the Virgin Atlantic Boeing 747 tomorrow, and I'm going to be flying from London Gatwick to Montego Bay. It's got a flight time of around 9 hours and 25 minutes, so it's a good old flight, and it is a long haul one, so I will be able to experience something in the long haul market for 2018, which is definitely something I did want to achieve when I started this channel. Something in the long haul every year would be, would be perfect for this channel. So this is my, this is what I've chosen to fly on this year. So this is going to be Virgin Atlantic's Boeing 747 in premium economy from London Gatwick to Montego Bay. Now that is on the top deck of their Boeing 747 aircraft, so I really can't wait to be flying on them tomorrow. As for now, I'm going to be travelling down to London Victoria very shortly so that I can get on the Gatwick Express service down to Gatwick Airport. In this trip report will be included a lot more than just the flight. Will be included the trip from London Victoria down to Gatwick Airport, as well as a tour of the terminal, the North Terminal at Gatwick Airport. As well as that, I'll be able to tour you the BLOC Hotel. I've managed to get a nice room in the BLOC Hotel, which is the biggest hotel and the best hotel in Gatwick Airport that is located right on the premises. So it is it's a VIP room, so I'll be able to show you around that. I'm staying there tonight for my wake-up call tomorrow morning. I've also got one last thing that is really going to entice you. I have got a chance to visit the V Room, which is Virgin's lounge that they have at the North Terminal at Gatwick Airport. So that will mean that I'll be able to have a quick tour of that too. So there's a lot to look forward to in this trip report. It will be my biggest one of 2018, so I really can't wait to get it started for you. And so without further ado, welcome to LMTripReports, and let's go to Gatwick. Hello guys, and welcome to London Victoria Station. I'm going to be travelling down to Gatwick Airport very shortly on the Gatwick Express, and I really can't wait to share that with you. This is going to be part of a big trip report that I'm doing, so I really can't wait to share that with you. As soon as I get round to platform number 14, I'll be documenting it from there. So don't worry guys, we're heading down to Gatwick, and I'll see you there. See you in a bit. Hi guys, I'm here on my Gatwick Express train to Gatwick, and very shortly we'll be departing, so I can't wait to show you some more of this video on once we go to Gatwick very shortly. Can't wait to show you. See you in a bit. Bye bye. Hello guys, and as you just saw, this is Gatwick Airport. I'll be staying in the BLOC Hotel, which is located just up there, and I'll be able to show you one of their VIP double rooms, which I've never tried before. So this is as much going to be a trip report of the BLOC Hotel as it is going to be a trip report of Virgin Atlantic. I really can't wait to take you to Montego Bay with me tomorrow, but for now we are going to be checking out the BLOC Hotel, so come with me and you'll be able to find out what is inside that luxurious hotel. See you in a bit. Once you have checked in and gone through security, you have a chance to visit a lounge should you have booked one. Virgin have 2 lounges at Gatwick, the V Room for Virgin Holidays customers such as myself, and the Clubhouse for upper class passengers and Flying Club Gold members. The V Room was very nice, spacious, and had some nice views of the airport taxiways. There was plenty of food and drinks, even a bar if you had booked the V Room Plus package. Sadly, I hadn't for this journey. I love the pancake maker. It was a very niche touch and certainly quite American, getting me ready for a trip to somewhere near America, although many of the flights were going to Las Vegas that day. I did like the selection that was on offer, from a selection of donuts and pancakes and different bits of breakfast materials to normal cereals and even a full English breakfast that was available to be cooked on demand should you wish for the chef to do so. There were a selection of soft drinks as available there with Pepsi and stuff like that, as well as a free service to your table should you request it. This was only available with the V Room Plus package. As you can see here, I chose to have one of the hot breakfasts, the V Room breakfast, which was extremely delicious and cooked on demand. An absolutely delightful experience prior to my flight. Around 30 minutes before my flight, I decided to head to the gate, just to have a look what aircraft were on offer on the taxiway here. Here is the aircraft that will be taking me on VS65 to Montego Bay today. Named Ladybird, or G-Vast, this aircraft has been in service since June 1997 with Virgin Atlantic and operated out of one of the bases either at Manchester, Gatwick or London Heathrow. This aircraft does look particularly the part today, especially in the sun, and does have the shock supplied at the bottom there, as you can see, ready for departure. What a beautiful aircraft taking me to Montego Bay today. I really can't wait to board it and be on that top deck there, heading towards Montego Bay very shortly. There are the CF6 engines that will be taking me all the way to Montego Bay. Really can't wait to see them in action, powering me all the way to Jamaica. Hello, morning.
Hello, sir.
Thank you. Right, 23k. There we are.
Club and Virgin Holidays customers and SkyMart members from our partner Delta. While you are settling in, please put away your bags carefully in the overhead locker so they can't fall out and into someone. Heavy bags should be placed under the seat in front of you, and as exit and front row seats, all personal belongings must be stowed overhead. Once you have put everything away, please take the seat shown on your boarding pass, but leave your seatbelt open as we are refueling. Smoking is strictly prohibited at all times. We do expect our flight over to Montego Bay today to take 8 hours and 47 minutes, and the captain reminds you that smoking is not allowed on board. You can use small handheld electronic devices at any time, as long as they're not transmitting or receiving data. They are held firmly in your hand or kept in your pocket. If you do have a mobile phone or tablet device, please ensure it is set to flight safe mode. Laptops, large electronic devices and any transmitter devices which don't have a flight mode must be switched off put away in your bag for taxi, takeoff and landing.
As I settle down in my premium economy seat, you can see I have a glass of Prosecco, which is definitely one of the perks of upgrading to premium economy on this long flight to Jamaica. As you can see, it's a beautiful day outside, perfect day for flying out of London Gatwick. Around 30 minutes after takeoff, the flight attendants handed out the menu as part of starting the in-flight service. You can pause the video here if you choose to be able to have a closer look at this menu and what is offered on the aircraft. As you can see here, it's mealtime now in the flight, and I had some beautiful beef stroganoff with some mash and vegetables, as well as some beautiful Sauvignon Blanc Chardonnay wine from the Windmill, just to accompany the dinner and cleanse the palate between meal times. Absolutely beautiful selection there, and something really tasty to eat in the middle of the flight. Whilst watching, as you can see, that definitely was an extract from the IT Crowd, and the episode where Moss goes and becomes the champion of one of the TV shows. Countdown, that's it. And into the toilet, loo or restroom as you Americans would call it, across the pond. Here we are in the toilet on the Boeing 747. It is quite old, or lavatory if you want to call it, and it is available, 2 of them at the top deck, at the front of the top deck if you are on a Boeing 747 in the top deck like I was. They are quite old, but they do function just as you would hope them to do. They were quite nice, clean and pleasant to visit, so they are upkept very well by Virgin Atlantic. One unique feature of Virgin Atlantic is that they offer a Wonderwall, which is a selection of snacks available at the rear of the plane, just so that you can get something nice to drink and eat whilst you are seated, and just something that you can snack on whilst enjoying the flight. Here is what I went for when I went to the Wonderwall at the rear of the aircraft. Selection of nice snacks here, including wild strawberry gourmet sweets, some salted caramel popcorn, and some other nice things to eat whilst I was enjoying Matt Damon in quite a weird film that he had produced. Must admit, something that I definitely may not watch again. And we're about to be served another meal. This is the part where I get to try out the mugs that they send out. These are very nice mugs that Virgin Atlantic offer in their premium economy. And there we go, some nice green tea and some sandwiches to snack on. What a British way to enjoy a meal in the skies with Virgin Atlantic. Beautiful day outside too. And now we are descending into Montego Bay. I get served a hot towel that I can be able to use, something quite rare to have on British Airlines, to be served hot towels. What a nice gesture from the flight attendant. I've only ever had that from Emirates so far. And there we are, very close to Montego Bay, our final destination.
gentlemen, welcome to Montego Bay. Would you please remain seated until we come to a stop the stand and the seatbelt signs have been turned off. Thanks. Cabin crew, doors to manual cross-check. Thank you.
Hi guys, and welcome to the end of this Virgin Atlantic Boeing 747 Premium Economy from London Gatwick to Montego Bay trip report. So I'm now in my hotel at Montego Bay. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. The sun is shining really nicely and the beach is literally just a few steps away. So it is an incredible place to stay. So first of all, before I say anything at all, any year, any time of year, if you want to go for a really nice holiday where you can guarantee the sun, the Caribbean is definitely one of those places to go. This is the first time for me in the Caribbean. It is a beautiful, beautiful place, and I will definitely be returning at some point in my life. I just wanted to get it done nice and early, and it's just as beautiful as it looks on the pictures, trust me. I've been able to get some incredible photos whilst I've been here so far, so that little disclaimer before I start the video. The Caribbean, really good location, and I'm really thankful to Virgin Holidays for sorting this all out for me. So on that note, I'm just going to explain a little bit about how I came about to do this trip report. So in February 2018, I decided to put myself on a holiday away from home, away from where I want to be. My friend had been back on holiday. He said he'd chosen a swim out room. Now a swim out room is a room that's got a little lazy river that goes around the outside of it by the back door, where you can literally go outside and step into this lazy river and have, you know, be in the water by just stepping out your back door. They're very popular and quite expensive. But there are a variety of locations where you can go to get this done. Now, initially, I was going to fly to Phuket in Thailand to get a swim-out room, just because I wanted to relax this year. And to choose that swim-out room, I decided to go to Phuket. Now, I booked that all with TUI, or I had a look at it at least with TUI in a lot of detail. And in fact, I nearly got to the booking page before I decided that it was this time of year, sort of around September, October, that I wanted to travel. And I looked at the local weather in Phuket and it looked a bit iffy, like about 50-60% chance of cloud and maybe a 40% chance of sunshine. Now, I didn't like those statistics. It was a hell of a lot of money. It was even more expensive than going to the Caribbean here, but I decided to fly to the Caribbean instead. I went to Virgin Holidays. I've never been to them before, and I said, look, what can you offer me? I just want a swim out room. I want beautiful weather and guaranteed sunshine if that's possible at all anywhere in the world at this time of year. So they said, go to the Caribbean. It is a beautiful place to go. Loads of people visit, loads of people cruise out there, fly out there, do whatever you want. All-inclusive hotel, swim out rooms there guaranteed, and this is how I came about. So I'm staying at the Secrets Wild Orchid Hotel, which is located about a 15-20 minute drive from the airport, not too far, and all your stuff is sorted out for you. So on behalf of Virgin Holidays, I would like to say thank you. You've done an incredible job in sorting all of this out. It is an absolutely dream place to stay. I never thought I'd ever come here, and to have a swim out room, that is just insane. I've even got my own personal butler. So I really do think this is one of the best holidays I've ever been on in my life, if not the best holiday I've ever been on in my life. So I'm going to move on now to Virgin Atlantic. That was the theme of this trip report. So that was a little bit about the hotel. Really recommend the Caribbean if you want to travel here. I definitely recommend it. That's my first thing. The second thing I'd like to say is about Virgin Atlantic. Now, as an airline, they exceeded my expectations. Though my expectations were very high anyway, they actually exceeded them. They were a very, very good airline, and they offered a lot in terms of offering a high quality experience for what aims to be Britain's flag carrier. Now, Virgin Atlantic are not Britain's flag carrier, that's British Airways. There's been an ongoing battle between Virgin and British Airways to say who's Britain's flag carrier. You may have noticed on the front of Virgin Atlantic's aircraft, they've I'm not sure if it's just the 747s, but they've got a beautiful woman flying the British flag along the side of the aircraft, and they claim that is their way of saying that they are Britain's flag carrier. I would say if I had a choice between BA and Virgin, I would choose Virgin as the flag carrier. Branson's made such a great impression. He's always helping out the community. There's loads of options to give to charity on the flight. It is a very, very good human airline, and it brings the human experience back into it. So when I spoke to the flight attendants at the end of the flight, they were extremely happy with what I was trying to promote. They said that they would do their utmost to promote Virgin Atlantic because they are absolutely brilliant airline. So those flight attendants, they're staying in a hotel closer to the airport, but they still get a stay. Once they arrive here on the Wednesday when I arrived, they still get to stay till the Sunday, so they get a nice mini holiday themselves in the Caribbean in beautiful weather. So if that's not a dream job, then what really is? Anyway, so moving on quickly, the Virgin Atlantic flight was brilliant. The flight attendants absolutely excelled in every way possible. So I flew premium economy, as you saw. It is a brilliant worth upgrade. The seats are 2x2 rather than 3x3 on either side, which means you get a lot more room, you get a lot more personalised experience, and the flight attendants are really happy to help out with anything that you want. The seats is much bigger, it gives you a much bigger seat pitch, and you can recline and you can change the seat options. It just blew me away. For some airlines offer business class as what Virgin would class as premium economy. So in terms of that, it was a brilliant airline to fly with. The Boeing 747, well, I've flown it now. It is definitely one of the best aircraft I've ever flown in, if not the best aircraft I've ever flown in. In terms of flight experience, I found it was absolutely brilliant. It is up there with the best aircraft I've ever flown on. At the moment, the best is the 787, and then I'm going to put the 747, and then I'll probably go down to the A350 and whatnot, the 777 and whatnot. I don't think the 777 was the best aircraft to fly in the world, but the 747 is truly the queen of the skies, and I can emphasise that with this trip report. Absolutely brilliant experience from Virgin Atlantic. The food was very nice. The entertainment, Vera, the entertainment system that Branson has initiated onto Virgin Atlantic's flights, that was extremely pleasant. They had a huge selection of movies on there that I could choose from. I ended up watching about 6 hours worth of entertainment on the flight. I was utterly astounded by the amount of content that they had on there, and it was all available at your fingertips. Wi-Fi was available on the flight, believe it or not. So the Boeing 747s actually have Wi-Fi installed. It is costing, I think, about $2.99 for the entire flight. I chose not to use it because I just had everything there and then, and I didn't really want to use it. I may use it on the way back because I'm going to be flying overnight, and I do want to sort of I do want to at least have something that I can refer to, some sort of internet connection, so I could look at streaming Netflix or stuff like that. You can do that all in the flight. It is perfectly fine. They actually say that it's one of the better options. Though Vera is a very, very good option if you do want to watch some quality in-flight entertainment. And as you saw, I did manage to get onto the flight deck, and they were a brilliant crew for that flight. So in terms of an out of 10 thumbs up experience, I would say that was pretty much 9 to 10 out of 10. I can't floor them on anything. They did absolutely everything brilliantly. If it was a business class experience, I would say maybe not. Maybe they left a bit of wrapping on the food that they gave out, but it was only premium economy at the end of the day. So for what I was given, for the attentiveness of the flight crew, for the fact that we had a wonder wall located at the back of the aircraft that we could go to at any time of day, and just be able to choose from snacks, during the flight, to be able to just pick out things that you want, it was definitely a worthy flight. And Virgin Atlantic, definitely one of the best airlines I've ever been on, and the 747 is one of the best aircraft I've ever flown with. So definitely recommend Virgin Atlantic for that. So without further ado, I really do hope you have enjoyed this trip report. This is my biggest one of 2018. I really do hope I have encouraged you to subscribe. You can subscribe at the bottom of the page there. There will be more content coming next year in 2019. It's not too far away now, so yeah, we're really getting there. So if you do want to subscribe, please do subscribe at the bottom of the page. You can leave a like and a comment if you wish. I do respond to all comments as soon as I can. So, you know, if you just want to say great content or a little bit of positive feedback or a little bit of negative feedback, I don't mind. I'm a startup channel. I need you to help me get to where I'd like to be. I don't do this for profit. I do it merely as a hobby. And as a result of that, any feedback that you can provide is all to the better of this channel and better to what I can offer you next year, and what hopefully you'll be able to see on the channel next year. Anyway, so without further ado, I really do hope you have enjoyed this trip report. Please do comment, leave a like and subscribe for another year, 2019 worth of content. And yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this trip report. This was Virgin Atlantic Premium Economy from London Gatwick to Montego Bay, and welcome to Montego Bay. I'll see you later. Bye bye.